Hi guys, hey y'all. Okay guys, you're not gonna believe this, but this is the third time I try to record the second video because my camera keeps falling. So let's try to get it right this time. Okay, so one thing that I want to share with you guys is that when I talk, guys, I am not sure, but I think my tongue is growing. Now, I always had a big tongue, guys, but it's like getting worse or something. I am not sure if your tongue is liable to grow. I know from a baby on up it will grow, but I'm just saying I don't think it would be growing like this, because at some point it has to stop, right? But it seems like my tongue keeps growing. Like, this is my tongue, as you see. So my tongue is big. It always has been big, but it's like it's making it hard for me to pronounce words now, guys. I don't know what that means, but it's kind of annoying to me, guys. All right, so anyways, moving on with the video, guys. Now, this video is a little emotional, so yes, for me, it's a little sensitive and emotional. It is about taking care of yourself, guys, okay? So when in life, guys, one thing that you need to understand is that it is very important to take care of yourself. We're not gonna always have people in our life to help us, support us, and even if we do, they're not gonna fully understand us like we understand ourselves. So as they support us and help us and encourage us and do stuff in their kind of way, they don't know if that is enough for us. You feel maybe sometimes someone is doing all that. Maybe you feel like deep inside it's not enough, and excuse me, guys, but even if it's not enough, yeah, you shouldn't require so much from another human being. And that's why I am saying that in this video, you need to learn how to take care of yourself. It's hard. I know it's hard. And especially if you really don't have anyone in your life, it's hard going through life. It's hard trying to encourage yourself, and it would feel good if someone else comes along and encourage you and say to you sometimes, you can do it. You're good at this. You're great at this. You're going to master this. I believe in you. Or a simple I love you and a simple hug sometimes. Just out of the blue for no ordinary reason. Not because you do something for them. Not because you help them out. Not because they made your day. Just a simple out of the blue sometimes. A simple hug. And when you do those things, sometimes you never know how another person can feel. You could have been their lifesaver. That one hug could have been their lifesaver. That one I love you could have brightened their day and make their day much better. You don't know, guys, okay? I know for me, I was having a bad day. Somebody came along and told me while we were talking they loved me. It brightened my day. It made me feel a little better. Now, whether I believed it or not, it made me feel a little better. But it's difficult in the world, guys. So you have to learn how to take care of yourself, because like I said, you whatever you want from another person, say like you want to be in a relationship, whatever you feel like you are wanting from that relationship with that person. Say you want someone to love you beyond the depths of the sky. You have to feel like that about yourself first also. And then maybe you won't need as much, but you still need love, because we're human beings and we all need love. We all need care and stuff like that, no matter how much people try to say that they don't. But what makes it more better is if you love yourself from the depths of the sky, higher than the sky and higher than anything that it can be. Once you feel like that, you will still expect love from a relationship, but you already felt like that about yourself. So even if somebody doesn't love you as much as you want them to love you, it won't matter. Just as long as they love you a little bit, you will be willing to accept that, guys, because you first loved yourself. Okay, so if you want a person in a relationship, and then when I say relationship, it stands for friendship, relationships, any kind of relationship that you have with people, even your family. If you want someone to to encourage you, you have to be your first encourager. You have to encourage yourself enough to know that it is enough. Even if somebody else come along and don't encourage you as much or never encourages you, you encouraging yourself so much, one day it's going to build up to be enough. And you can't stop this, guys. You have to keep going. Every day you should be your first encourager. You should be your first cheerleader. You should be your first lover. You should be your first for everything. Every single day that you wake up. And if you get up every day and you encourage yourself and say, okay, we're going to do this. This is how it's going to happen. You make your own plans without discussing it. Don't talk about anything with anybody, because you have to learn how to depend on yourself also. So your feelings, you have to depend on your feelings and not another person's feelings, because you know what's going to happen if you depend on someone else's feelings. Someone else's feelings one day is not going to be the same. They may encourage you sometimes, and when you mostly look for the encouragement, that's mostly a lot of times you're going to get let down. I don't know why, but that's just how some people are. They will encourage you and encourage you, but sometimes when you need the most thing from a person is when they let you down and they don't give you as much as you wanted or as much as you need. So therefore, if you are your first encourager or your first person that you make a commitment to before you make another commitment to somebody else out there, and love yourself fully and high above the sky, then nobody else, anybody else that comes along cannot do it more than you and cannot do it much better than you. They will only be add-ons. Okay, so please remember that, guys, because I had to learn that one also. Love yourself, care about yourself, be committed to yourself first. And anyone else that comes along and commit theirself to you, that comes along and love you, and that comes along and encourage you and make you feel better, compliment you, let yourself be the first person that do it. When they come along, they're going to be the add-ons, which means I love myself enough. I encourage myself enough. I have confidence in myself enough. So when you tell me that I'm great and I can do it, I'm beautiful, I am wonderful, I am a great person, I am whatever, you are an add-on because you make me feel good by saying it. But this I already know myself. And I mean, guys, I don't mean go around and just say that. I mean actually feel that, okay? But you have to feel it alone. You have to get alone with yourself. Like I said, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you want to get up and you want to tell yourself something, whether it be something different every day or whether it be the same thing. I'm great. And you need to look in the mirror so you can look at yourself. Like once again on this video, as I said, get intimate with yourself. So look at yourself and just stare at yourself. Even if that takes every single day, look at yourself and notice I'm looking in the mirror back at me. Who do I see? Me. Who do I need? Me. Who do I love? Me. Who is good at this? And you can fill in the blanks of whatever. Who is wonderful at this? Who will succeed at this? Me. All of your answers should come out. Me. Who loves me? Me. Who loves me more than me? It should be you first. And then when someone else comes along, you can say, Connie loves me. You can say Connie loves me, but Connie will never top the love I have for myself. If you understand what I mean. It's okay for Connie to love you. It's okay for Brian to love you. Barry, Harry, and anybody else. Billy can love you, and they can tell you, and they can even show you, and you can even feel the love. But don't depend on Connie, Barry, Harry, and whoever else's love. You're supposed to only be depending on your love. And for those of you that believe in God, because I believe in God, no long discussions about that. I believe in God. Whoever you believe in, you're supposed to be believing that God loves you and that you love yourself. And no one will ever love you more than those two people. People can come along. When you get that strength and you know that stuff, that no one can love you more than you can love yourself, and you take care of yourself first before somebody else does it. When you really get that into your head, in your mind, guys, and you know it and you feel it, you won't be so dependent on other people's love. You won't be so dependent on having a supporter, whether they support you or not, because you're not going to be paying attention to it. Because as you go in that mirror, or whatever you choose to do, it doesn't have to be a mirror. If that's what makes you feel good, that's my example. I want to see, when I'm talking, I want to see myself so I can become intimate with myself and face myself, you know. And I want to tell myself I love myself, you know. I want to tell myself all these good things, because that's how I am effective with feelings and emotions. I like to see stuff. I'm a visual person, so I like to see it, you know. Not really a visual person in everything, but some things I need to see. So I like to look at myself in the mirror and tell myself I'm perfect. I don't care who thinks I'm not. And I'm not perfect in the way that you think I'm perfect, but I will make mistakes. But to me, I am just perfect, just the way I am. I look perfect. There's nothing wrong with me. I feel good about myself. I love myself. I can encourage myself. If I have something that I need to do, I can sit down and tell myself, I'm going to accomplish this. I can do this. When you come along and tell me, because I've told myself, when you come along and tell me, I'm so happy. I love the support and I love the encouragement. But it's nothing new that I didn't already tell myself. Not to say I'm not going to appreciate it, guys. Okay? It's to say I told myself first. And myself is the most important thing to me. So I told myself first. And that's wonderful that you tell me. I love you for telling me. But even if you didn't have to tell me, I'm still going to feel it. Now, I didn't say go tell the person that when they're trying to help you, you know, because that's going to make them feel bad. But just know that inside, I already, inside personally with yourself, I already know that, you know. So you want to thank the person and be nice to the person. But inside, as I said, you want to say, I already know that, you know, and I feel it. But that's so great. And he's an add-on. She's an add-on. And I appreciate what they said. But I know this and I feel it. Because when you start to keep having a routine, not just going in the mirror telling yourself stuff, but when you start to have a routine, it comes natural. And it's something that you feel like every day you want to do to make you feel better and uplift you. If you go look in the mirror every day and start your day off like that and tell yourself, I'm this, I'm that, and nothing but wonderful stuff. Do not start going in details about, well, my face is shaped like this and I don't like my lips and my nose is like, you know. Don't do that. You want to only tell yourself good stuff. I am beautiful. And even if I feel like I have a flaw, even if my face is not shaped the way that I want it to be shaped, it's me. And I have to I need to get with it and love this about myself, you know? And that's important, guys. So that subject is very sensitive for me. But you need to understand that you're enough, guys. No matter what someone comes along and try to tell you, try to pin in your head that you're this or you're that or whatever. Now, if you're a bad person, I always tell you, you know what you're not doing right. And you need to admit to yourself whatever it is. And you need to work on those skills. Because you can't lie to yourself. How are you going to look at yourself and lie to yourself? So you have to admit the truth. That's why this is a very good exercise to do by yourself. Because are you really going to stand there and lie to yourself? Then you really need some kind of help. If you sit there and know how you are, and while you're alone, you're going to say, I know I'm good. I know I'm great. I know I'm special. But you know it's not true. And nobody's there but you. And you know it's not true. So you're basically, like I said, lying to yourself. Okay, guys. So that's going to be all for tonight. As I said, guys, encourage yourselves, because you got to take care of yourselves. You cannot be dependent on somebody else. You know, if somebody loves you, come along and they love you. That's all great. Perfect. That's great. As long as they treat you right, that's great. But you got to love yourself first. You got to take care of yourself first. You got to encourage yourself first, you know, and then you start to see when you talk to someone, have a friend, or get into a relationship, you know this stuff about yourself already. And it's great. And so you can just say, you know, smile when somebody tell you the same thing, that they see the qualities about yourself. Smile, be happy, but you know it. The important thing is you know it already, because you tell yourself this and you encourage yourself every morning. And so whatever anybody else says, it's not going to matter, because you know you, and you know how you are, and you know what type of person you are, and you know how to take care of yourself. So with that said, guys, that's it. And hopefully you guys can work on that, because that's not an easy task. Sometimes it's going to take time. If you haven't already been doing stuff like that, it's going to take time. So be willing to put up the effort to tell yourself this stuff every day. And as I said, it's going to become a routine, guys. Okay? And trust me, you're going to feel better about yourself if you get serious about telling yourself that. So try it and see, guys. All right. So that's it for today.